It's loud. This rain is loud. Okay. All right. So, oh, I wanted to pick up on the dirt, right? Because I was just watching this we got the Knight of Cups, the Swan. I was just watching this energy here and some memory. Yeah. About I was thinking like once they try to put you in some type of imprisonment, whether you know it or not, that's when they start messing with people's heads. It was a movie or something that came out like in the future they was gonna put people in jail in some kind of pods or something. And then when they do this, they were going to make these people have memories like they was gonna give them other people's memories, like bad memories, and have them like be tormented by them. So it made me think about the tarot community. And it made me think about what we was reading on earlier, and it said something about something about getting some dirt on somebody that was innocent. Maybe somebody's mad because they got caught doing something. Somebody could also be using your identity or your image, saying that somebody did something they didn't do. But I want to find out about this dirt because it's like somebody was digging up dirt. But remember, I looked at it and I said, well, this ain't your dirt, or this ain't my dirt, though. So I don't know if somebody's giving you somebody else's like wounded life experiences, or put, like I tell you, dumping their dirt into your intel or into your mind. Trying to say it on different levels so different types of people can realize what I'm saying. Like images or memories of you selling drugs or something, but you never sold drugs. Like maybe this is this replicore memory or something like this. But we got somebody being a swan. We also had I heard the song Black Swan and Swan earlier. So I was looking at something, but it kind of like, yeah, it's not an illusion here. I was kind of looking at something. I was looking at this case a little bit ago, and I was looking at this woman, and they were saying her name was something, but I was thinking like, wait a minute. That person looked just like, that person looked, except for she light skinned, she looked just like this girl that I used to know. This girl named T. Right? And she was saying that, I guess it was something about a case about child abuse or sexual something. This girl was sexually assaulted as a child. And she said her mother didn't do something about it. And then her child said that they was being, but when she was speaking, I was hearing like, this is not a child speaking. Like, this is like people being plugged into like a neurochip and saying something in their head. I was getting somebody like saying something in their head. Not so much as somebody going and saying, hey, this person, because I guess the girl was saying she got trauma because when she was little, somebody did something. It's also giving me like brain moms, like people doing a one-sided neurochip. Say I was looked at as the mother of a community. Like people looked at me as like the mother, maybe because of my lifestyle or something. They looked at me as a mother. But at the same time, there was a change of power. It's heavy manipulation here, what I'm picking up on. So they let all these people, the fallen ones or the people that would have wisdom, you know, they disconnected from God, so they would have wisdom. And if they don't have wisdom, I don't know what the fuck they have. But it could be something like that where somebody is looked at as wisdom or was. And it's like unbeknownst to you, when you sleep, people come to you with their prayers or come to you with something and you respond. So I was wondering if like this place that wanted these people to resent, or is giving me the nothing on the never ending story, that wanted somebody to feel like there's nothing left. This person is not answering to me, or my prayers are not getting answered, or say somebody is like manifest destiny, or again, between these two pillars, like I told y'all in that old book that I seen, there's a spirit that, you know, makes rounds to like answer people's prayers or pick people up that's down or something like this. It would be like a Holy Spirit or something. Like it could be imitation, it could be man-made, but that's just what I'm getting here. All right. And so while you were the wisdom, somebody could have blocked you from, people are coming into your energy, so they're familiar with you, they feel comfortable there, they go there for comfort, but there was never any answering of the prayers. Like somebody didn't let you reciprocate. Like, so it's like unrequited. It was only one-sided. They can come there and hide in your energy or get shelter in your energy, but that was it. Because I feel like somebody needed these people to be mad at God, not answering the prayers. God, I'm being hurt, you're not listening. You know, it's something like this, some type of manipulation. But anyways, I was looking at that girl and I'm like, this girl looked like a mix between a Fane and a Coleman. I don't know why this is important. I don't know why this is. The case probably was like from 6 years ago or something like this, or when the video was made that I was looking at, it was like 6 years ago. That's why I'm wondering about like this back in society. When my daughter went to the hospital from school because they thought that she ate peanuts, and they gave her the wrong EpiPen, and they sent her to the emergency room, and I had to go pick her up. Something keeps telling me that they swapped the child out then. So this could be like what happened in somebody's case, but somebody's saying that you was abusing the child, that's why they removed the child, and later on the child got entangled in a real sex slave trade something, and somebody could have sacrificed this child before somebody find out. Like your child could be the last one that had the proof about the last 6 years with this trafficking ring, and somebody could have took a child out, and something like this. But like these are people that's crying wolf or saying something, but they are the people that are, I don't know if they know that they are the people that are a product, or the people that were trafficking these children. It's something like this. So she was saying that her son was being, and I was also getting this on, somebody loves me or whatever. I found somebody that loves me, but I don't know how old this woman is. She looked like she about my age, a little bit younger. But this would prove, even if the person is older, this would prove that there was already a connection or something here, possibly. Like I said, somebody could have already been, these people could have already been friends. Everybody that I grew up with, they could have already been in a coven, right? But I'm the first person that was able to lock this masculine down. But that doesn't mean that this masculine wasn't more loyal to these people of whatever this family is involved with in the behind the scenes. Or else I would not be the one that would be dumbfounded about all this shit that was going on. So when I seen that girl, I'm like, that is a splitting image between like a Coleman and a fucking Fane. Like, what's going on? And so it just made me wonder if these people, if this is what this is. Because the girl that I'm seeing in this image, it's like her sister was my best friend. Or like I said, this could be children that was produced by science in the background for this great day to fight against God. That they created these children or these people that could be maybe fire sign, maybe mentally something different. Because I'm hearing she used to be mine. Somebody sent me the song, She Used to Be Mine. So if these people are hooking up some of us girls, like I said about 4 years ago, you thinking it's a twin flame, but they hooking you up with like a pen pal system. Like when I said that people should get support in jail, there should be more people like starting like pen pal, like anonymous pen pal. Like you give them a fake name or whatever in case they get out of jail and want to kill your ass or be obsessed. But you know, a pen pal thing just to keep communication going on with people in jail. I wasn't talking about a fucking neurochip unless this is something that they already been doing. So something is not, so I was asking myself, am I tripping? And this is confirmation that it's not an illusion now. Okay, something happened yesterday too. Could be why it's so rainy, like why it's so gloomy or something like this. Because we know that when some of these people go to jail, they're not going to jail for real. They just marked and sent right back out in society. Some of these people, they benefit these groups. It's like the chosen ones, these are like the darker end of things. Of the secret. This could be also what I told you, that a lot of girls was going to be stuck with like people that would be getting out of jail or coming towards them and obsessed with them. And this could be the end of a lot of girls' lives. If you didn't get picked to be a main female for somebody, you just left to the wolves. Right? But it also made me think about the butler energy. Like somebody was supposed to be your butler, or maybe they weren't because it was in reverse. And I said it seemed like somebody took, they didn't want to serve you anymore. They want to serve somebody else, or they've been reprogrammed to take another person. But they were sitting there putting a case while they were still around you, whether it's in your house or outside of it. They were putting a case on you so they can take and go take the top spot when it comes to some type of hierarchy, right? And these people are disturbed, or they are sex offenders themselves, or something like this. Because this person was saying something about like not touching children, but we know a lot of people that get touched, they do touch children. And then sometimes you get touched and you will never touch a child. I, for one, have never touched nobody's fucking child, not even my mind, not even in my mind, or not even mine, is what I meant to say. Okay, but I don't know. I wonder if this is what they do in this heathen court, is make these false accusations when they see some children that are being brought up wholesome. Then they make these accusations so they can get their hands on them and then use them for adrenochrome, or use them to ruin them and turn them into like slight monsters or something like these people. And it's almost like it's almost weird, because I kind of feel like one of these people that got out and they have this point of view, they want to be in a situation with me or work with me or something, but I just don't see somebody being, I see something wrong with it, okay? And that's all I'm gonna say. Somebody is also want to find people like them. So somebody want to find people that are maybe killers, or somebody want to find people that are pedophiles or something like this, or something. Somebody could be ashamed to come back towards you because when they got taken into that back in a secret society, they had to do something that's recorded that they would be ashamed of, that you don't do, or you're not fucking gonna do. And so, you know, they could be looking for somebody like them. I'm definitely getting like Gates or Pizzagate or Gate energy. These could also be turning into people that are gatekeepers, or these are the serpents, you know. But I also heard the word grandma. So I was thinking it was funny, because with the Nazaria Harris, I'm gonna tell you, when I seen these pictures of these people, these aunts and these other people that they start bringing into the picture, talking about, even the person I think that killed the person, it's funny because this Blair girl looked like a mix between like my Coleman family and a Fane, which those was my friends or whatever. I used to hang out at their house. But the girl Nazaria was missing. The girl with the purple glitter dress on looked like Letitia Johnson. So I don't know if these people was using my name, because I'm thinking that I heard that Letitia Johnson was using my name or something. But I don't know if it's that lady with that purple dress, that version of her, the older version of her, that was using my name all this time or something like this. And then I also noticed that the grandmother or the mother looked like Ernestine Fane, which is the mama of the girl I'm talking about, the Blair, Mitchell Blair or whatever. The damn grandma or the older lady that was around this Nazaria girl, that looked like they mama, Miss Fane. The boy that went to jail looked like my friend Lily. They just like they turn her into a boy. Like they find these people at 13, 14, 12, something like this, and then they start changing them, changing their sex or giving them steroids, making them get taller, bigger, buff, something like this. Or we all had babies around the same time. Me, these girls, these are the other Taurus girls that I was talking about. They created clones or splices of these people, or like I said, the boy that they saying did this to the little girl, he looked like her fucking son. Which looked, and if I look at the boy, he looked just like her at the age of fucking 14. Which also looked like, except for Daisy, the girl that be doing all them videos about coding and shit like this, the high priestess, whatever her name is, tarot reader. She looked like them, but she really fucking dark skinned. But she looked just like that boy. She looked just like the friend Lily in that picture that we took at 15. This shit is tripping me out. So something is not an illusion here. And there's something about some kind of memories here. So I don't know if these people try to like say I was doing something to my child, or you doing something to your child or something like this, so they can try to sacrifice me so they can run ahead and go to Canada and claim some throne that these people keep taking from me every fucking time. And it's like they want these kind of people there. They want these kind of people. They don't want the Holy One there to shed that light on the world and to cleanse this bitch. They want that. So I can't help when somebody's showing me some kind of shit in my face and I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. Because if that's 6 years ago, if somebody's trying to say that somebody did something, maybe somebody's trying to say that because Nazaria Harris looked just like the fucking little girl. The little girl on Mystic Beauty fucking page. I seen a picture of her daughters. There was two, and there was a little boy that kind of looked like these people. That kind of looked like a mix between that person, a Jackson, and a Coleman. So it was a little boy that he kind of light skinned or whatever like this. And then the little girl with the glasses that looked just like my daughter. The little girl with the glasses that looked just like my daughter, my youngest daughter. I'm going to call her Burger. I don't want to say her name on here. She looked just like my daughter Burger, like they fucking twins. And she had another daughter that looked just like, oh. She kind of looked like my cousin Sequina. And like a mix between, I don't know. She kind of reminded me, she looked like a little Beyonce. But, like I said, if these people had kingdom spouse situations with us, they could have been hiding. Like, that means that if somebody was my kingdom spouse, they like to want to get in and get out clean and clear. But if you was supposed to be a kingdom spouse to me, why you got babies over here with this person? Why is that? Why my baby that I had by a Coleman is, why this girl little got a baby that looked just like fucking like her? And it's funny because something keep bringing me back to the Beauty Beats. When I hear that song, it brings me back to my daughter, my oldest daughter's Sweet 16 party we tried to have. And it was really like, it didn't go as well as I wish. And nobody really showed up or nothing like this. It was a sad day. But in the pictures that I was looking at on Mystic Beauty's page, this was a couple years back. She was doing an outside party, kind of like what I was doing for my daughter in the Sweet 16, kind of like on some old funny shit. You know what I'm saying? On some old funny shit, because I was pregnant with my youngest at the time I threw that party. Yes, I was pregnant with my youngest that looked like her daughter by the time I had that party. So whatever this shit is, it's something like about them moving, being unseen. But I was thinking, one of the little girls looked like, she was like maybe like 7 or 9 or 7 to 8 years old or something in that picture. But the girl kind of reminded me of the Nazaria Harris, except for the nose is a little bit bigger. Something about the side of her face, her cheeks and stuff like this, it kind of looked like that girl. And plus the girl was a little bit more light skinned. That little girl in Mystic Beauty, the light skin, when she was a little bit lighter than Nazaria. But you know, people get older and they change and they whatever. And if you want to really be honest with you, if these people is working with some weird ass science behind the scenes, somebody can change somebody's complexion. It's just what they can do. The hair texture and everything. So That's what I'm trying to think. There's like a third party that was actively running alongside, or like I said, he was cloning these men and then just trying to hurry up and have a whole bunch of children or something. But let's go ahead and look at this, because dang, I didn't bring a second. No, I didn't bring a secondary deck. So I'm thinking, like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? And then I was hearing something about yesterday, like something ended or something happened yesterday. I also heard remember the name. And then, so somebody did something that they feel like is unrefuted, like they sealed the deal on something. The thing about keeping me silent, like keeping me not being able to hear what's going on, like in the courtrooms, or getting intel or something like this about what they could be doing in a courtroom. Because as a reader, yes, part of this is natural. And then some of this shit, for some of these people, is scientific. They created like little things, the stents or something, to put in these girls' ears so they can seem like they're really getting intel from. They don't have to watch it on TV. They don't have to do, you see what I'm saying? They're getting intel direct. It may not be their intel, which could be, if this was real court, you motherfuckers would be going to jail. By letting the criminals have the information as it's going, or people that's a part of this cult having the information as it's going on in the courtroom, so that they can try to blame other people for these crimes, or so they can try to manipulate the situation for the next day, to try to manipulate what somebody's saying in court when they're on trial. That would be wild. That would be wild. So, because I said, if this is the, because I've never had a run-in with DCFS, nor have I called them on anybody. Or, again, my children never, the way she was talking about her children, that's the same way I was with my children. If anybody ever touch you, if they go sit at somebody's house for a little while, I don't care if it's my daddy's house, your grandma's house, whatever the fuck it is. If somebody didn't touch you when you was over there, did they? Or something like this. I always ask these questions. None of my children ever told me that anybody touched them. All right? And then, and of course, I never touched them, and they never told me that they ever got touched in my house. But I just feel like these people could have been doing something behind it, because an intruder was in somebody's house. The house was in the upright. Somebody was sneaking in somebody's house and doing something. I told you, the group that wants you or me, these are like criminals and gangbangs and stuff like this. They want you to be that to get respect or get people to fear you. But it's all right, because we're talking about dealing with God. And this ain't somebody about to be standing outside your house waiting for you to beat you up when you walk outside, motherfucker. This like a whole bunch of people getting sick and fucking dying. You know what I'm saying? Like, keep on playing if you're on the right side of things. So these people are kind of scrambling a little bit. It's kind of fun a little bit, because it's like, we not supposed to know none of this. The Holy One can't see what they do or something like this. But I can sense it, or I can know it with Gnostic energies. But it's almost like these people are like delusional or something. Like, some of these could be your angels of light, or some of these motherfuckers could have been crazy because they could have found out that a gang person was coming up on you or something. They could have harmed them or kicked them out or something like this. But I just feel like something else is going on here. Yeah, somebody could be under the influence, and there's some kind of wrath coming in. Something about somebody being drunk, or under the influence could be also somebody hearing something, like I told y'all before. If any judges are listening to any of these tarot readers, and unless they already know the deal, and using this shit and implementing it in court or something like this, or somebody's just trying to pack up some stuff, or because somebody could take my videos and take out words and make it sound like I said something, or I admitted to something that I didn't. So that's why I said a court session without the real person there. Or these could be the people that put people that look like you in court. They steal your ID. They go through a court process. They sue somebody, or they go to court for something. They steal your ID. They show up in court like it was you, with makeup on that look like you. This is why it's giving me Jackson energy. It's giving me like somebody is a masqueradist. Somebody is somebody that does that. They dabble in that shit right there. All right, because you think about it, the whole thing with Michael Jackson being so-called accused of doing something to them children or something like this. All right, but also supposed to be a lover of children. All right, so we keeping this in mind for a second. But this also made me think about, I can't remember when Michael Jackson passed away. I think I was living in Kenosha County at that time. A little while later, I think my play cousin Fred passed away a little bit later after that. It also has something to do with this fraud, because when they passing away, I told you some of these people didn't pass away. They just went and changed their name, or went in the background, went through a transformation, something like this. So let's just see. because I'm getting the inkling. I didn't get to finish the interview because I had to rush out the house, but that somebody could have harmed a child or some children because they was messing with another child, or somebody could be saying that these are children, but actually somebody could have killed you 5 years ago, right? A soft kill ritual or something, and then they came back again, or they was trying to come back again and kill you another time or something like this. Or this could be why somebody looks different, because they're not telling you that somebody came in and did this, but since you're a main character energy, they brought a new one in. I'm trying to tell y'all, you think the shit sound crazy, but it's really not. Also, something about a woman sacrificing her child, allegedly. Now, people are trying to see what I'm going to do. Every fucking thing I hear, I'm telling it on this channel. Everything I hear and it click and God show me another version, I'm saying it on this channel. So there ain't no need for nobody that's on some slick shit or trying to cover. It ain't no need for you to come over here, because it's not going to go your way. I'm going to bring the past, present, and future or something into the equation, and I'm going to express it the way that I'm seeing it. This is why they got to get you into a gang or a secret society before you start this part. Or this could be very dangerous for somebody that started this way and you don't associate with any of those other groups that will do anything. So somebody better be saying, you better be who the fuck you said you is. And it also shows the connection between some of these high sedity lawyers and shit like this that know how these people are mentally ill, and they don't put them in jail. They let them go free and give them a new beginning, and then so on and so forth. Somebody could also be saying that you were in this program, or they gave you somebody's name and put you in this program, and they took your name and escaped this mental imprisonment, or this imprisonment coding, whatever this is. Because you could have been a perfectly innocent person, but somebody had you in a coded sleeper cell, or where you're not getting, like, treating you like a child. You only getting like the fake news. You can't see through the news that is fake, or you don't know what people really saying on the news when they telling you these stories. Most Americans are probably there, or they were at some point in time, and then there's they put you in another category when you can see straight through and you can interpret exactly what they saying, because it's talking, like, it's layers. It's talking to different layers or people in different. So it's dangerous for somebody like me to be, you keep trying to keep me in low society when you see that I see already. There's nothing I can do. I can't be fake. There's nothing I can do. The way I see, I'm seeing it. So at this time, it'd be great if these people were righteous, and then they moved up in the spots right here, because they can't stay, because you done broke the matrix. You see the world for what it is. But it's easier for the ones that have murder on their mind, or have murdered, or are like mentally ill or disturbed, or they went through a traumatic experience that they didn't get over and they want to pay people back for it. Those are the ones that they've been lifting up to make a so-called 1% or this other new 25% or whatever that they're doing. And it's twisted. They must have had to make their way into the law, make their way into the political arena in order to do this. And it's become like games for these people. I don't know. So this, like I said, somebody could be trying to sire me, like at a lengthy kind of thing where somebody feel like they did a soft kill on me. Why ain't this person able to hear me? Why? Because I heard somebody say, can you hear my voice? No, I didn't hear somebody. The song came on. Can you hear my voice? Can you hear me? Can you keep a secret? I don't like shit like that. That's like grooming or something like this. Like, what the fuck? Who is this? You know what I'm saying? So they're making false arrest, just putting your name. They know it'd be better for them to try to do that than to come try to put their fucking hands on one of Jesus, or one of the real people, or one of God's children. So they just make a false, these are false prophets. They'll make a false claim or something against you and put you in this coding, put a whole crime against you, give these people a chance to get up evidence that you did something, like go in your home and steal your cigarette butts and place it at a crime scene. You know what I'm saying? So that they can put you in some type of imprisonment. So somebody could be saying, oh, you got prosecuted yesterday, or you got sent into jail or whatever yesterday. But it's like, motherfucker, I'm still sitting here in my house. But no, somebody could, this is like boogeyman type shit. You know what I'm saying? Or extraterrestrial. But it's really, they wanted to do something so that somebody don't have to be like my servant, which this person never were. Whoever I'm picking up, yours or mine, they were just acting like they were your butler. They wasn't doing what you say. They was doing what they say. I was single, and they was doing what they wanted to do. And they find a claim how they can get their family or get a portion or this circle of friends or this group of scientists or mad scientists or Yakub energies to imprison you or me or a masculine, whoever this is, and then move into the holy realm, like into heaven. Like, get what I'm saying? It's like somebody found a way to get like like the damn wall down here in Mexico. They found an opening. Y'all. And it has something to do with them holding me back from getting into a place, somebody that can actually see these people or something like this, right? Yeah, but anyways, we got the 5 of Cups here. Yeah, somebody's saying that they're your mother or grandmother, but they're not. There's some cracks in a case or cracks in something. And then we also have a direction here in reverse. So people are trying to, like you have a whole, see, we seen somebody, Jesus or the King of Cups was being blocked from some kind of hearings is what I said earlier. Right? So that they can all conspire and make everything up the way. I tell you, it's almost like these people going in the courtroom and some big, you know, gang member or something is going sitting up at the it's like an abandoned courthouse, and these people going sitting up in there, and then they like got people laughing and shit. They in there eating pork rinds and potato chips and shit like this, and they're just making up something, and they're like, yeah, put this down, put that down. Yeah, when that happened to you, say that person did. It's like they're doing something like this, and then they're like, yep, this person is guilty, and then boom, you know what I'm saying, it's a stain or something on you. You get what I'm saying? It's like some whole bunch of kids, like, that's why I call it garbage pail kids. Not that they ugly or not that they nasty or nothing, but like the garbage pail kids was like, you know, rebels. They were like going around just doing anything, putting their boogers on stuff. Like they was just doing whatever they want. You know what I'm saying? So something could have been the wrong direction. Somebody could have been caught trying to go up and claim a throne or something. Okay. It's also giving me like Wakanda energy when the one guy, the one guy with the big furry coat or whatever, and they was in that other land or whatever, and the queen had to go there and talk to them. This could also be like a family vendetta. People listening to what I'm saying on my channel, they want to make sure that they child or their children, if they was in trafficking or something, they getting away with something, so they could be attacking innocent people for giving their testimony, or they could, like I said, it's like something weird. Yeah, the Magician here. Also, somebody could be like making somebody else, somebody saving grace. Like, say somebody always thought you was wisdom for them. They were already always tapping into your chip and communicating with you in your sleep or in like the ethers or something like this. And all of a sudden it went blank. They panic. They plugged them up to another server. But this person ended up, this is not the Holy Spirit. This is somebody that got maybe a mental illness, or they have anger pent up because of childhood shit that they never healed, and this person is on a spree to ruin other people, or this is a family feud. You get it? And instead of being plugged into wisdom, they look at somebody else and their family as wise, because this is a family trying to traumatize another family and take over a family. Somebody could be jumping too. I heard somebody is jumping from one last name to another. So say for the past 20 years, somebody was using that, somebody's name like Smith or something. Well, they got all they could get from the people that were supposed to come in contact with the Smiths. They got what they needed from the Smiths. Now they're going to be in this next life cycle or whatever. They're going to be Robinson. You know, it's something like this. Somebody's jumping ship here. All right. Anticipation in reverse. All right. And then self-interest in reverse. Like I told you, these could be like, this is like that on Problem Child, when that one guy was when the little boy was sending those letters to that guy in jail, and he finally got out of jail and he came to see him, and he was like, yeah, you know, we're gonna do this and we're gonna do that together. And then the guy was just being really mean, just like, man, you a kid, man. I thought you was a grown ass man. We about to go on some kind of thing. You just a fucking kid. And he's like, yeah, but I'll be doing this or whatever and like this. And they went to the fair and he was just like pulling him and toggling him along or whatever. Like, oh, this damn kid with me or whatever like this. I can't believe this. I thought I was coming all the way. I done broke out of jail, came all the way over here for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody trying to put you with like a, what they call it, a sideway bob or bow tie bob or whatever the fuck his name was. I used to watch that movie over and over again, y'all. Okay? So, like, you have to think about this. Like, you do. Seven of Swords here in reverse. Somebody can't steal this. Somebody thought that they was being like a Black Panther, or they thought that they was being like a Black Panther or something like this. Now, I'm not going to say nothing. I'm thinking that there is a lot of children that could be being molested or something like this around the world right now because whatever y'all done did with this broken system in the past 7 years. And now, that's why I said these people like to ruin something completely and then act like it caused the problem, reaction, and then bringing the solution is to give these kids away. But then they end up in the hands of these people that then change their name and change their everything about them. They using different names, and these people are in these cases on TV. Like, if you don't want me to say nothing about it, why the fuck is y'all doing that? Why is y'all doing that? Why y'all putting them familiar people up in these cases or something? That why? Because like, I don't, that could be why they try to make Joseph blind, or why they trying to mess with my vision, because a lot of it starts with like a, you know how Raven Simone, she sees something and then it say, and then, you know, she get all this other stuff coming with it, like a premonition. But I can hear words too. I can see words. Do you get what I'm saying? When somebody explaining something to me, I could tell if they lying. When somebody explaining something to me, I could see. So even if they took away my eyes, if I could hear, I could still do the same thing I'm doing with my eyes. It's just a little bit easier to be exact. Like, motherfucker, why are you playing? That look just like such and such and such and such. So that is kind of like a gauging thing to make it like, ah. You understand? So somebody could be studying you or me to try to see how you gauge things, because you might be right a lot. You could have been wrong about something. Or remember, we seen somebody try to say we was wrong yesterday, but the card said we was right. You know what I'm saying? Somebody think they fucking slick. All right? Yeah, there could be some communication coming in here. So I'm telling you, somebody was doing a court case or something, and these 3 bandits are not going to be able to walk away with this. Somebody's doing a court case, and they didn't want you to catch wind of it on the news, or, you know, you hear those girls saying, oh, it's going to be on the news. And you're like, when did this shit be on the news or something like this? But I guess they know what they talk about. Yeah, we got a commitment in the reverse. Somebody was not in a commitment with somebody or something like this. And that's why I said the nerve, if these are the people that have been stealing these kids, you know, and then somebody saying that they killed a kid or something like this because of what somebody did to a kid. But these people are the ones that were stealing. Because I was thinking, like, is this the group that could have, the cartel group that could have stole my children? The original versions of my children? They try to say I did something to my children or something like this. It's something going on to that degree. Like, were you guys a victim of this? Like, wait, I'm trying to look. Or were you guys a victim of this cartel? Or are you the ones that came together to do this to me or other people? And then you're turning it around now, since you're in the background, and trying to drag other people into prison so they can be with you in the lower realms. Like, this is like somebody sacrificing their child to the devil, what we got in that one reading. All right? Or Moloch, or... That's why I said people show you signs in their images and their videos all day. And it doesn't matter, because y'all know. Or you don't know, and I be telling you. Same thing on Mommy Watson's channel with that, whether she know it or not, that new candle warmer that person got, that's the reference of Moloch. The molten pot with the little opening right there with the little fire coming through, that's molten. That's Moloch. That's like a god cow or something like this. And I'm also hearing, like, what do you want to give me burnt offerings? I never asked you for burnt offerings. So somebody could be saying that they're doing something for you, but they're not. That's why I said a lot of people, a lot of the stuff that goes with royals and these people is unseen. It's people like chanting around you, or like on that one movie when that girl is in the middle and all them witches is going around her in a circle. It's hard to gauge what the fuck is going on. And when they sacrifice, it's not physical. Like, no, nobody's, while you're conscious or something like this, nobody's going dragging you out in your front yard, and I don't think that they are, and running around you in circles. But they could be doing something else. Somebody could be drawing some patterns out. Somebody could be doing anything, right? Or, like I said, if these are aliens, they could probably probe your ass and lift you up out your crib and lay you in the grass while you knocked out and do some crazy shit. I'm not saying that they don't. I'm just saying it may not look like that, how it looks in the movie. It could be just energy. Have you ever been sitting there, especially if you're a seer or something like this, and you feel that people are like trying to swarm you, to keep you from seeing something or hearing something, or you ever like go real deaf or silent? Somebody said that they're afraid of the silence here. So it gets real silent. Do you know what I'm saying? You're not getting any messages, and I be in relief at that time, to be honest with you. But some people don't like that. They feel like, oh, I'm not gonna be able to do tarot readings. Oh, I'm not gonna be cool no more. Oh, I don't give a fuck. To be honest with you, like somebody really thinks that you like that or something like this. It's yeah. We got isolation here, so somebody could be in isolation for doing something. But I was telling you, if these girls were witches back then, they just changed covens, or they changed families, or they changed names, or they changed identity. And are they witches somewhere else? When these, because I know that sister that I'm talking about, that person supposedly moved to Tennessee. But did they really? Or did they move over to the Spencer family that was supposed to be from Tennessee, that didn't really move back to Tennessee? They just moved to Cook County instead of Lake County, and they started a coven there. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm just trying to figure out how, just like a detective would be trying to figure out how cartels move. Are the covens the cartels? Do you understand? Could you have been married by somebody that was to somebody, or somebody in your family been sold out to this, and then they gave your information, and even though you never hung out with these people? Hold on. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like these people had an advantage here. They took advantage, and it's like they're trying to block out Christ from moving to a higher realm so that they can take this over because they feel like they worked for it. They feel like they put 20 years in manipulating this situation with my family, or with my life, or my children, or me, or whatever this is, and they want to sit in these high places. And I said, no. The Bible is telling, it's like a warning. So if I'm telling y'all, what did we pick up on yesterday? Like somebody's going to come and put a nest in this home, or a nest with this person or something. Yeah, the Bible say that, but if we catch it in real time, it's like, nope, block that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm seeing the pattern now. I'm seeing that. Like, no, that shouldn't happen. Just because it's written in the Bible, if we can pick it up in the frequency right now, and we're correct, you don't have to let that shit happen. How you gonna change something? It's something that maybe I'll go back in my feed or whatever, because I could have put it on Facebook. Like, I could feel them moving something into the spot, and I'm like, not this time. When they say, oh, well, you know, this is the time where Jacob and Leah go. No, the fuck it's not. That happened already 20 years ago. Y'all trying to send us back to us? No, it did not. It's not supposed to be happening right now like that. No, okay, well, we know that was the wrong thing to do. So then maybe Jacob need to find another person, not Leah, because that didn't work right. You know, it's something like this, y'all. Okay? Yeah, there could be some kind of upheaval here. Like somebody could even be blaming something on a kid, so because they could be finding out that these kids was like stork kids too, meaning that these kids, or Cabbage Patch kids, we'll call them Cabbage Patch kids. The Cabbage Patch kids are the kids. They got a new little certificate. The people stole them from the hospital. They stole them from your house. They did something like this. They swapped kids at birth, or whatever this is, because one DNA and genetic is more important than the other. Your baby's DNA and genetic could be more important than that person baby, but y'all had a baby by the same person, and y'all kind of look alike, or y'all got your family tree crossed at some time, and so y'all both got the genotype of having chubby cheeks. And so it would be hard for somebody to tell looking right at that child, you know. So Cabbage Patch kids are children that been like it's trafficking. It's trafficking. I could be one, you could be one. Okay, Miss Linda around the corner, you could be that real person's real baby, but your mom and them ended up with you when you was little. You get what I'm saying? But Miss Linda and them family still be fucking around with you in the spirit, and your other family and these other families be fucking around with you in the spirit. And then you going through all this turmoil, being attacked by ghosts and aliens and shit like this, not realizing that you was in the wrong spot or something. You're not supposed to be amongst vampires. You a werewolf, or you ain't supposed to be with these people. That's why they've been able to whoop your ass in the spirit all this time, and you feel like you can never find friends, nobody want to talk to you, such and such and such and like this, because and you're blindfolded, so they bind you like they did Diana in the Discovery of Witches. So whatever, so you have to work hard to find your power again when you 30 or 40 years old, and you already in the hands of someone that may not, you know, or you done had a best friend that was doing spell work on you all this time, and you a bigger witch than she is, but your family never taught you, or you was binded, so you couldn't use your gifts against her, and she been stealing your identity and stealing everything, your men, and taking everything out of your house or your realm and taking it into hers. It's some crazy shit like this, but there could be some upheaval here, okay? And you got people talking to you like you understand what the fuck they talking about when you don't talk the same language as them, or you don't understand and why you thought that was okay or something like this. Yeah, we got the Strength card with the rat and the snake in reverse. I don't know what word I put up today from etymology.com, but it was a dead rat on there. So somebody could have killed somebody in their sector that they was keeping prisoner, because they feel like you know too much, and they feel like, oh, why did you tell this person this? You would have had to tell this person. And somebody like, no, I didn't. Because they ain't never seen a real seer before. They never seen Christ before. They thought their sister or whoever this person went away with 20 years ago was God or Christ. But they only showed you, they only psychic about what the shit that they already did, that they guilty of. My hands is 100% clean from whatever this group is doing, and I can still see you sitting in one spot. So these people go around, stalk people, sit outside your house or whatever. Like, God can see something from just sitting in one spot and looking and laughing. Like, I know you didn't just try to pull that shit. This person is the girl that I went to school with in the 3rd grade. What the fuck is you talking about? Her name ain't Sylvia. Her name is Donisha. I went to school with her in the 7th grade. Or that's her child. The fuck is you talking about? Yeah, the voice sound a little different. The voice sound real different, but I know what the fuck I'm looking at. Something about somebody's territory is in the reverse here. It could be some kind of gang war, street war, people fighting over territory, people that belong in territories that's not in territories, that's supposed to go to other territories, people that they know that you woke and you can see their ass and they want you out of there. So they might start sending attacks or rapes into your house. You feel tied to somebody that's being harmed, or you feel funny when you wake up in the morning. Because on another level, when we talk about transhumanism and people switching people's minds, memories, thoughts, and mind control, then you're talking about something else. It just depends on who you are and what you worth to these groups. It seems like the more wicked they are, the higher they can excel. If you're going to do dirty shit, you will get access to more things where you can call on dark energies to come do shit and fuck people up. A sacred place. Yeah, somebody is trying to make it that your place is not, the territory is in an uproar and your space is not sacred. Your children, if you're about to have a child, this means people can go in and swap out grapes or swap out your embryos. Somebody saying it's not sacred. So you could have been pregnant by your husband last week, but somebody looked at their embryo and they want it because you and your husband produce a certain kind of breed. And guess what? Somebody else need that breed to keep them alive. And so they just come and take some junk egg and put it in your stomach for a homeless guy that's not going to be able to be there, provide for you. The child might be mentally disabled. They might have some type of genetic deformities or something like this. All right? Somebody could have just feel like they killed one version of you and me, or me that, I say you and me, you or me that have the consciousness. They want to pretend like my best friend's child named Shiloh My Mexican best friend named I have a child named Shiloh. They want to act like, and listen, these people illegally married to my best friend and put her over me as a guardian and made it like I'm stupid or I'm dumb or I'm a killer or I'm something. So that person could be like they married me when I was in jail. In jail could just be your parents had you in a tower, or your parents paid somebody to give you coding so you can only enjoy the Real Housewives and shopping and shit and decorating your house. You not being able to see that you a chosen one and these people plotting on you. You're the most intelligent one out of all these motherfuckers. The most balanced one out of all of them. But because somebody put something on a piece of paper a long time ago, you messed up. And somebody that's insane in the membrane that been trying to steal your identity had free reign to do so for the past 20 years or so. Even take your eggs and make babies with you and go into your trust fund and make the judge open up your trust fund or some kind of inheritance and let them get it. Or, oh, this person too mentally ill to take care of that. Oh, this inheritance came in, I'll take that. That person don't send it to my house. Yeah, my person is not, we don't live together right now. She's not really, she's incompetent. So I handle all the money. So if people want to know, you know, in the future, how did Mexico do that? Make America Mexico. Not again, but make America Mexico. This could be what they did. And they feel like they, after doing it for 10 or 20 years, they don't feel like they got to regard you at all. If this person don't like you no more or they want to move on or something, they still have, you're still like considered their slave in 2025. We got the star card in reverse. This could be Aquarius that's falling down. Some people feel like they got to do it this way to go with the, but why? Why? I just like doing shit the right way. I could leave my craft room so messy for so long and papers be all over the place, cut up stuff be on the floor and everything like this, but I know exactly where shit is in there. Like, go look under that purple piece of paper in the middle of the thing. It's on the second table. Go look under that purple piece of paper. It's a bottle of glue on top. Stick your hand under there. It's 2 pieces of paper. Stick your hand over there and get my glue gun. I could tell somebody that with my craft room, because I like a messy area when I'm working. Okay? So, and the person will go down there and say, how did you know that? Or say it's like back in the day when, you know, I had to do my children's hair. I tell one of the children, go up in that closet, the third shelf right there to the right. It's over in this little crevice right here. Reach your hand back there. It's right past the shampoo. The brush is back there. And one child could go right and do it. She would go, do that sack thing, come bring me the thing. And one child would be like, huh? What? And she would just stand there looking like, huh? What am I supposed to do? Wait, you said, and I'm like, girl, let me just get it myself. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's something like this. Aquarius is falling though. It's almost like somebody is a fake Jesus. So when they say, oh, just trust Jesus, trust our Lord, there's a coven of people that could trust that Lord. But the chosen one that they blindfolded or did spell work on, if they did spell work on me, I can't trust them. You doing a whole shit behind my back. I don't trust that. So somebody could be telling you to trust something, because look, your real friend could be dead. Fuck a fake friend where your real friend's at. Your friend could be dead. You understand what I'm saying? And you dealing with something else. And again, when it comes to the money, if your family and your friends in the community and your spouse and your mama side and your daddy side been getting money off of you or something like this, they're more family than your ass is now. Because you woke up and you came to consciousness like Shiloh is supposed to, and now you seeing what motherfuckers been doing around you, and you like, oh. So that's when the staff or the wand is never going to leave that person. Now, by this time, I'm picturing from my Bible studies that I always kept in mind that by this time, we're probably going to feel that our justice system is done already. They're going to try to keep it, you know, moving like ain't nothing wrong with it, but you going to be able to feel there's something wrong with it. All the town criers are not on the corner no more. They on YouTube. So other people also are taking your whole identity. They've already made a clone. They're already taking intel from you. They're taking your laugh. They're taking all this stuff. They're taking excitement. They're taking feelings from you. putting it in this thing to prepare it to be you. And I don't know if they just one day you're not gonna wake up no more, you're gonna be dead and you'll be in that body, or if you're going to end up or if you're gonna end up still sitting here talking about I'm the chosen one, where is my allotment or something like this, and you're never gonna get it. And you gotta find yourself a way to, whether you let these people in or not, you gotta find a way to nurture yourself and replenish yourself. Because the scientist is not going to do it, because it doesn't benefit them. They need, especially if these are like your African scientists and stuff that's now here, and these Indian scientists, you know, they have their own agenda. They're not talking about McDonald's. They're not talking about America. They are talking about their country. Their eye is only thinking about what their country can benefit in America right now, not America as a whole, or Americans. Somebody named Erica could also be with somebody, or married to somebody, or took your man or something. Like, people could be like, y'all know Erica Mena can go in, right? But somebody could be using a video that you went like loco, you went snapped in it, and they trying to say, look how crazy this person, but this person end up marrying somebody like a Erica Mena or something like this, where we know she could go fucking crazy. So somebody's doing something. This could be like the Scorpio energy, but this could also be a Taurus or a Lion, or the real mother of something, or somebody that can trample over these people here, right? Or somebody that's a little bit wiser. Yeah. Crescent moon energy as well. Two of Swords, somebody is dealing with a frog instead of a prince or a princess. All right, this could be this wise owl. Maybe this person, you know, they feel like they could get more done with this person because they're not fighting a battle. And again, never get mad about somebody else's battle, because if you lose people because you got to fight your battle your way, they was never fucking with you in the first place. Because some of these people haven't even been in communication with you in years. They know that, and they know you're trying to find your way on your own, and you're trying to keep going on with something, so your story is not forgotten, so you could get justice. And they were either going to leave you in the first place, and that's what they did, or, you know, like I told you, because in most of these relationships, somebody has pull and money and ranking. And again, if they don't think, even if these are these Islam men, if they don't think, but there should be a law or something to protect American women. Because if every single American woman that comes into greatness, you could be sitting around that man, or this man don't even have to be in the same household, while they siphon your whole life or livelihood from you and take it and give it to some other kind of person and then move on with that person. And I doubt these motherfuckers will even clone you and bring you back where they can control you, instead of you being who God said, yeah, this my baby, look at her. I'm about to put her up in front of everybody so they can see. That they don't want that one. They want the one that they took some shit out of your brain where you just a doll, or you like a trophy wife or something. They don't want that one. And then you're left picking up the pieces or not having your identity anymore. Yeah. We got a bat or a bad bitch or whatever, high priestess energy. All right, that could be chilling right now. This could be like a threesome here. So it just, the fact is, they don't want it to be with the person that God chose. Whether it's wisdom, whether it's Christ, whether it's whatever, they just don't. For some reason. These are people that want to fake flex like they got the power, but they got the money, or they made the moves, or they have the connections. And so, unfortunately, this what happens to people, and this is why America cannot be repaired that much, and this is why the nation is more of a melting pot than America, the America we knew, or that our ancestors were living in, or died and fought and died for. So again, somebody could be trying to put you on trial, or having somebody probe around. It's not a fair case, because somebody could just be probing around in your thoughts, but these ain't even your thoughts. They could be trying to restrict you from getting the Ace of Pentacles. They just want to make you a flower or something like this. Or they don't want somebody wise helping you get your pinnacle. They want these flowers that's stealing from everybody to do it. So that you don't get justice here. So I mean, me saying names and pointing out things, because even in the courtroom, the girl that I was watching in the court thing, she was saying all these names of these people that was in the household, or in, and some of those names were very familiar. There was also names that I heard while I was friends with the Faines and the Colemans, people that allegedly were supposed to be dead. It's kind of concerning. So these are the families. So these people, I'm guessing they're going to be the new top families. They said what? The Bushes, Obamas. It's looking like the Johnsons are very popular. For centuries, they've been blaming other families for certain things that they could have been doing. Somebody could also be claiming that you're a Johnson. The Johnsons can have a clone of me. The Jacksons can have a clone of me. The Colemans can have a clone of me. It just can't be me. The one with the destiny, the one that they owe something. They will create one that they can control so that they can take my power too. Because that's where they got the power from. I just almost heard they got the power from the beast or something. Your mark of the somebody's social security number could be mine. So they kept me from buying, selling, and knowing, even though I was the one with this person and they was using my power to do so. And they want another season of that. Somebody was going to give this shit up and walk away. But they said, let's do it again. She thinks she knows something. Look at her exposing my friends, exposing my crew or my coven. Oh no, I'm going to stay in this. These could be your own family members by now, because they wasn't getting money with you. They knew that you was going to be the richest person in the family, or the first millionaire or billionaire. But when this person came in the back and showed them that they can take from you, they became little millionaires and shit like this. So who they going to fuck with? Even if your brother and your uncle supposed to protect you from even your husband, if he fucking with you like that, you think they're going to do that in some of these cases? No, they're not. So we got perspective here. This could be about somebody's perspective about a situation, and then also about dominance. This is about somebody wanting to have, they know that they can still come dictate. Ooh. They know they can still come and they can say, oh, we done with that one. Fuck that. Let's move on to where she thinks she all that or something. But they still gonna come in your energy and take it, which is so disgusting. They're gonna act like they don't need it, but they're gonna try to imprison you or put you on the bad list or the naughty list. And once you're on that list, people can violate you in any kind of way. Take your kidneys in the middle of the night, whatever they want to do. All right? Or that's what they think they're going to do. And this is an injustice for somebody or many people. So like now we're talking about the field, or now we're talking about the lower end of things. And it's funny because even we're talking about in this channel, that's not going to do nothing for me, exposing the high or the low, because I'm me. It almost like how Jesus said, people going to come do greater things than me, because whatever this is, they're not going to allow for the victory to come in, but you don't have no fucking choice. You're gonna have to get out the way. That's the thing. Ten of Swords, yeah, because they wasn't able to end something for somebody here. Okay, this community is not able to use the justice system in a messed up way to unalive somebody or take away their rights. This could be the right to think. If you want to look up the word breathe in etymology, that might be a good thing too, because you think you're breathing, air coming out of my mouth, but you may not be breathing. Okay, or how you gonna breathe with no air? This is a thing about mounting on to even children's energy to stay relevant here for demons and other energies that don't get direct messaging. They say the dead only see what they want to see. That's the crime, the stealing, the manipulating, multiplying, whatever like this, to try to raise themselves against or above the chosen ones, and use their whatever. All right, so this could be also, again, there's the Black Panther again in revert. Hold on, they getting out. Oh, my lips is too dry. Ooh. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, they're getting out. Hold on one second.